You think I'll let you zone?
Hey all, it's time for another review, but this time it's a mini-series crossover with Alien vs Avengers. Can the world's greatest heroes stop the Xenomorph invasion, or will it be over for Earth? We start the story with a couple of scientists experimenting with what looks like a Kree and a facehugger. One is upset that the Kree died post-insertion, but the other says that they have other races to choose from, even though the Kree have no actual homeworld anymore. Just then their ship is being boarded by Wakandan ships, and the Black Panther enters the ship, which is T'Challa. He's informed that the weapon was traced to the ship, and they find Xenomorphs aboard, so they prepare for battle, and T'Challa's son Azari is with him. Azari microwaves the oncoming Xenomorphs, and T'Challa wants the owners of the ship brought before him now. They found one crew member, but he was mostly successful scrubbing the data from the systems. But what they did get was a list of a dozen weapons sent out to worlds or places where sentient beings are living, like the Wakandan Empire, and they will need to quarantine all locations as no one will be able to leave their planets. And they find out that one of the targets was Earth. T'Challa asks the humanoid what kind of monster are they, because usually when a living creates something, they have empathy, which he lacks. The person says they are much more than living, but T'Challa says they aren't even Shi'ar, just a machine. The scientist jeers at being called just a machine, as if he's cut, he still bleeds, and T'Challa beheads him. Azari asks his father what do they do now that the weapons have been sent to every cosmic hub in their corner of the universe, and the king says what mankind has always done since the beginning: survive. We find out that the seed worlds are not chosen at random, that 4 queen eggs and 12 infected hosts are in suspended animation, and when they find the target for landing, which is a dense population areas, and Xenomorphs are really taking less than an hour to fully mature, and within a day, a hive can be built with a queen's life cycle can begin. Within a month, they're in an endless army. In a year, they are a planet-raising horde. Every place on Earth fell. Wakanda lasted the longest. The mutants ran for Mars, while Apocalypse finally had what he actually wanted: an arena for survival of the fittest. After years, there was only one human city left. No one knew that Old Man Wayland would build a stronghold to last till the end of the world. Carol tells Bruce to stop staring at the sun or he'll go blind, but Bruce is basically blind at this point unless he hulks out. They are worried that Val isn't back and that Reed has the same since Johnny and Sue were lost in that accident, and then Ben Franklin disappeared. But Val is never late with anything. Reed made Bruce promise that he would protect his only daughter when he passed away. But it makes him look like a liar because she's out there with the plan to save everyone, and he believed her. Bruce realizes that this city is weeks away from becoming a tomb for humanity. If it comes to that, Carol will go past her limits, past binary, and detonate to vaporize the planet as a final FU to the Xenomorphs. They have a lock on Val, with Bruce rushing to her aid with Spider-Man providing backup. She's almost taken by the Xenomorphs until Miles saves her and asks Hulk, is he gonna take care of things or is he gonna have to do something? The young lady that she's late, and Val screams back that she's a 45-year-old woman with 2 ex-husbands. Bruce wants to go home, but they can't forget the egg they just stole. Back at the city, Val says that she has a plan to win, or at the very least survive. It's about her killing the Xenomorphs with the virus using the egg. Miles asks her can she do it, and Carol has seen that face before, of someone who wants something to die when they pull the trigger. Bruce warns that the virus may mutate into something worse, but there's nothing worse than this situation right now. Old Man talks to Bruce that maybe Val can do what her father did so many times before her, create miracles, but they are running out of time as his project is nearing completion, and they have to decide what to do with what's left of humanity: stay and fight or take what's left and run. Later, Bruce comes to give Val her food, but she isn't responding and override codes aren't working, but a recording of Val tells Bruce that she found a method, but she needed an egg. What she didn't tell him was that she got caught in the hive and was infected, but she wanted Bruce to know that she tried. And Hulk breaks open the door and fights a Xenomorph. He breaks its neck and acid gets everywhere. We see Val is dead and another facehugger is loose, so be on the lookout for it. It latches on to Miles. Carol says they have to get it off of him, but Bruce says it's impossible as they tried every time they try and get the facehugger off, it kills the person. Old Man says they have to burn him, but Miles was wearing a symbiote and it takes control of the body, as there is no mind in the facehugger. Then it returns to Miles in the form of a new suit. Miles just wants to get off this damn planet as the issue ends. This issue really sets up everything really well, but one of the faults is the solution at the final hour. Like, no one ever tried to use a symbiote to hijack a facehugger before. Luckily, Miles was bonded to what looks like to be Venom, who saved him, and they have an answer, but Earth is done for, as what's left of humanity will seemingly leave Earth. as it's been 30 years since the current timeline, meaning Miles and Val are in their 40s while the older heroes are in their 60s to 70s or even dead. Hickman and Ribic were an awesome choice for this mini crossover, so I'll be continuing to read this mini. Oh, and Miles gets a brand new suit, which is completely awesome, and I give Alien vs Avengers a 9 out of 10. So stay gold, and I'll see you guys in the next video.